then you could kit this up really easily with some solids, some blenders, or flower
Batiks, glitter, I don't know, anything that you like, I think. Here's some samples. Yeah, let's stop talking.
No,
Which color would you like first?
Let's go with the background. Oh, so what have we got here then?
Well, your pattern was pink and white, so I tried to stick to the theme.
Lovely. And what fabric is this?
I don't know.
Oh.
So part of working at Checker is that if a bolt gets run over or gouged or gets dirty or it gets returned by a shop, it might end up with me. So they know that I do a lot of samples in that, so anytime they've got a bolt that we can't resell, sometimes it's just that outer edge that's dirty, or sometimes it just needs to be washed. So this is one of my white on whites that I have stashed in my office for when I need a background fabric and I need more than just a fat quarter.
Yeah.
So I could really look here and try to figure out who it's from, but I don't know. It's got little circles on it.
Yeah, that's
It's
lovely.
a very subtle background because it's all about what you're going to do with it that I'm excited for.
Yeah. So you said that in our initial emails, you said that if I cut it out for you, then you'll sew it up.
I absolutely will,
Yeah.
and then we'll post that on Facebook. Remember back when we were at Quilt Market and Tracy was here, and I'll tag you on it and all of that, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Brilliant. If anybody's here now and would like a free pattern, then just come and help yourself, so you can see how simple the patterns are.
Like me to hold that so you
Yeah.
can do your magic.
Right.
And tell me what we need to move, if anything.
Just get the fabric sorted out. So again, this is my favourite ruler, and it makes, if you're a store owner and haven't got these rulers in your store, well, we call them shops in the UK, but your store, then I would definitely look at getting them. So let me just move these out of the way. I think this is my pattern with my instructions.
Can we hold that?
I just wanted to check what size.
Have it
I wanted to
memorized?
cut. No.
I have to tell you while you're settling in, I took fabric home for one of our newer rulers because I need to make some samples. I forgot my notes. Like, I can't remember that. I put them together wrong. I had to take them apart.
Oh no.
So Jack the Ripper and I spent a night together.
Oh.
Only one night?
Yeah, I didn't make all of them because I started to question it because I'm looking at it thinking, I don't think this looks right. And I was tired, so I went to bed and I got to the office the next day. I'm like, yeah, I was not right.
It happens. It happens.
Absolutely.
So what I've done is I've folded got the selvage edge at the top. This is how I do it, and then I make sure that it's all nice and straight. And I pop the ruler. I just move this across now, and I'm going to cut out some 4-inch squares. And what I like to do is I follow the lines of the ruler. So we've got white lines along here, and then you've got black lines. So depending on what kind of fabric you're using,
You should be able to see something
you'll be able
clear.
to see something.
Okay, push. There you go.
There we go. I've not used this
You
before.
haven't used it. Oh,
That's
this
the
is
best.
Welcome
It's
to
the
our
best.
creative
It is the
rotary
best.
cutter. Do you like
It's
it?
the best.
Oh, it's my personal
Use it all the
favorite.
time.
Okay.
Yes,
I love the weight of it.
Nice and weighty.
My arm doesn't hurt anymore when I cut.
absolute.
Fantastic. So I've got this line here, and I'm just going to trim off this edge here. We do 4-inch squares, and what you do is you get your rotary cutter and you just slip it in.
Drop it down into the teardrop.
Yeah, and go all the way along. I normally go a bit quicker than this when I'm at home, but
Oh no.
I'm not on camera.
Take your time.
Yeah,
They might want to see that again anyway.
yeah. So we get quite a lot of these strips out of this, and then we're at 20 there.
And that's for right or left-handed cutting.
Oh wow, okay, brilliant. My sister's left-handed, but she cuts with her right hand. So I've just got this little bit here, that, and then I've got these lovely, nice strips of fabric. I'm just going to move them and open them up. And all my my patterns follow the same squares and half square triangles. So this ruler was an absolute game changer for me when I'm cutting out, because I'm not standing for 3 hours putting a pattern out and my hips aren't hurting and my feet aren't aching.
Does the boat move while you're working?
Yeah, the boat's
sometimes?
moving.
Yeah.
And
That would take some getting used to.
yeah, and if another boat goes by, I stop cutting because it rocks the boat. So.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
You have to yell out, "Don't rock the boat!"
Don't rock the boat. I think there's a song about that.
I'm sure there is.
So I just place these down. I've got 2 layers on some of the rows. So again, I've just made sure that everything's in line, and this is where the magic happens. So I'm cutting my 4-inch squares.
You need them?
And you have to stop talking when you're looking at numbers.
And when you got a sharp
I know
object in
this
your
from
hand.
experience.
Did she need that one?
Wait, I meant to do this, not that.
You're dropping her business card.
Oh, sorry.
So, and then you just take the ruler off. There's hardly any waste for your fabric, and you've got perfect 4-inch squares. So, and it's so easy, and that's just taken no time at all to put those. So, and that's my first lot of squares.
Never let somebody cut a quilt out for me before.
We'll have to hire.
This would be very fun.
So what did we have? We had 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for this particular pattern we need 12. So do we do that again?
Yeah.
Quicker this time.
I think it helps to repeat what you just did. So anytime you're cutting with the ruler and cutting strips and cutting parts for a quilt, you have to cut some strips and then subcut them. So what she's doing is doing all of that with the stripology ruler, which gives you the grip, gives you the measurements and the lineups and all of that. And we need like 2 of these tables.
Yeah.
To do this, I know.
It's okay, we'll manage. I work in a small space at home, so
I'm used to this.
yeah.
I'm going to put my stack up here so we can watch it grow. It's super fun to see the patterns come in because I'm always looking for something that we can use Creative Grid to make it. And she was more than willing because she's already using it.
Yeah.
There you go. It's great. So for those of you that maybe want to write a pattern, we have images we can share with you of the rulers. So if you want to use them in illustrations, use them on your packaging. If Checker is selling your patterns, I can then companion them to our rulers, the rulers to your patterns. So then you get exposure both through Checker and through Creative Grid's website. The Creative Grid's website is for consumers as well. So you've got people like my mom and my sister and, well, okay, not those two because they don't sew. But you get
If then.
If they did, if they were looking for something to use with the rulers, they see it too. And if they can't find it, there's a where to buy tab on there.
Yeah.
For ordering, if Tracy's selling them on her own website, that's an option. You know, there's all different ways to do it, but that's part of the collaboration in the industry is getting you guys to use the rulers so that I can promote you and you can promote
That's
me.
right.
And oftentimes it works out really, really well because some of you are already doing that. So bring them on.
So I'm just getting this in line again and making sure that they're all in line
With the proper lines.
with the proper lines, but not, I don't use the lines on the
We're using just the ruler to line it up.
Yeah. So. And you also do some, Creative Grids do some stickers as well, don't they? Some little arrows.
Actually, those are Gudrun's from
Oh,
GE
are they?
Designs. So she uses them with her stripologies. And I've got a pack for you here somewhere.
I use them at home, they're brilliant, especially when, I might have put that one out wrong actually. We'll see. Oh no, I'm okay. But I just love the fact that there's very little waste
It's probably over here.
when you're cutting out. And if you're new to quilting,
Here's the arrows. Just so you know.
Yeah,
Yes, those are fabulous.
they're brilliant.
I use them for a lot of different things.
So we've got 10 there, and we need just 2 more.
I'll hang on to that.
You hang on to those, yeah.
I had all kinds of lists to pack, and I did forget some things. But I didn't forget your stickers.
They're free.
Huh?
They're free.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Was that,
For you.
oh,
And I'm always sorry I didn't bring a sewing machine with me on weekends like this, because I really feel like sewing when I go back to the hotel room. At least for a minute, and then it hits me how tired I am. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think I'm going to look, because I am tired at the end of the day. The ruler, I want to say it's $75.99 retail. So as a shop owner, your cost is less than that. Do not quote me on that price though, because I'm not very good at remembering. And every time we have a price increase, I have to relearn the numbers and all of that. But it's around that. It's around that amount. Checker Distributors. So you're in the Checker booth right now. The reps are at the tables behind the walls here, working with customers and placing orders and opening new accounts. If that's something you need to do. If you do open an account this weekend, I think the deal is on this one. 10% off when you open an account. So if you don't have one already, and there's a 5% off your show order if you place an order this weekend. So say Tracy wants to order something. She wants to order it online. Well, that's fine. But make sure you talk to a rep to get your name on the list for the show specials, and then they will insert that show special.
How many is that, Tracy?
At the end.
12.
Yep.
12 rows. So that's all my background, all cut in no time at all. So, and then we've got dog pink, which is the next one.
I think that's Wilmington. The rulers from Creative Grids and designed by Guzman Erla from G Designs.
You're live.
I've got 4 of them now.
Say hi, Serendipitous.
Hi, Serendipitous!
There's a 12.5 inch square. There's a mini that's, I think it's 6 or 6.5 inches wide.
Yeah, hi, Serendipitous. No, you can say hi.
Tracy, you're doing fabulous.
live, I think on Facebook. I'm not sure. Is it Facebook? Okay.
Only samples that I have on the table here. So I do want to get when she's done, you're welcome to come back and take a closer look when she's done.
Have you got free password?
I got it. It's fine. And I've got the other sizes in my bag too.
So I'm just cutting 3 of these now, and this is nearly most of the quilt cut out.
So I wasn't paying attention. Are we doing 4 strips again?
Yeah. So easy. I'm glad you got one with big squares.
I'm just watching you do the triangles.
Oh right, yeah, we're going to do the triangles soon.
Yeah, I just want to see how you,
They're pre-prepared.
just how you handle your ruler when you try.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a few different ways because we're going to use a different ruler, not this one, for trimming. So, but again, we can use the
Mini.
yeah. So.
And she was. Yes,
Move along.
this is my calendar for next year.
Yeah, I like that rotary
And this
cutter.
is her and holding. I'm more comfortable. You can't sit. She was like, "I need that picture."
You wanna sneak that one home, I'm just saying.
Big one.
It's good because it's left and right-handed. The heavyweight is perfect for hand issues.
And even for non-hand issues, it helps your blades last longer.
Yes.
Helps your mat not get damaged as quickly. because
Totally.
You're not grinding into the mat.
Correct.
Which of course you think you need to cut your fabric.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
That's nearly all of the time.
That was fast.
Yeah, it was fast. Yeah, so you were going to practice on cross-cutting.
I did. Here, you hold that. Yeah. So I gave Maria some instructions. So the light pink only comes for those half square triangles. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So here's our 3 colors. Here they are sewn together. I brought the instructions just in case you wanted to show them something with that, but I drew a line and I stitched on either side as white and red.
Brilliant. Oh, I like this.
Tell me which ruler can you put out then? The quarters, and I've got the mini.
The mini.
Your sister said she sure is left-handed.
She sure is.
So this is another Stripology ruler. So it has the grip like the big one does, and the markings are a little bit different, but also similar. So if you look at them like this, there's a small square in the corner getting bigger. Same thing on the XL, small in the corner and getting bigger as you go. But it also has centering lines here. And if you're trimming hourglass blocks or half square triangles, it's got all these diagonals here. But I'm guessing you might have another trick because I don't want the seam lines going that way.
No.
Cutting through. So there you go. So this one out of the way. I do have a pressing mat.
Oh yes, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the edge of this ruler, but just use a straight edge ruler, and are we allowed to use the stickers as well? So in the pattern, there's a diagram that tells you how to make a half square triangle. This is how I do it. I do them a little bit bigger because my patterns are aimed at beginners really. But if you're a more seasoned quilter, then you make them how you feel is the best way for you, because there's lots of different ways to make them. So I sent Maria some instructions and said, could she sew these together? So they're the squares are bigger than the 4 inches that I cut out, and my fingers don't want to work, so she the fabric is faced down, and she's drawn a line down through the from corner to corner, and then she stitched 1/4 inch away from each side. So now we've put this down the middle, and we've got a half square triangle that's not trimmed yet. So the next thing is to cut these in half, and Maria, is my glamorous assistant, is going to press them open. So, and you press to the dark side. I think most of us know that, so it won't show up on your quilt when you start putting your, well, we call it wadding in the UK, but you guys call it batting. And so I'm just going to cut some of these up, and then once we've got a few pressed open, I'll show you how I use this ruler to trim my half square triangles. And this is my favourite method of doing it. See that?
No, I've got water.
I don't know what I wrote them against.
If I'm doing smaller half square triangles, I really love the Creative Grids Perfect 5 ruler. That's one of my favourites. For smaller ones, don't worry, we won't. You won't have to watch us.
Okay, I'm
do
just
all of this.
You know, it's a small space. I would love.
I know.
Because they try to put all of this.
So
I
she's
know.
showing us
I know.
how to work in a small space.
So I do want to tell you, I never ever recommend pressing on top of your cutting mat.
No.
Even with the little mat underneath there, because the heat will warp the mat. I've got 2 of them, and I'm holding my breath that it doesn't warp my mat.
Well, we'll just.
And I don't think it will.
Okay.
I know, but I want to do more. See?
Yeah, you just want me to trim them all for you, don't you?
I want this ready to go. No.
Yeah.
Is that a table right there?
This is a quilt. No, that's a stool.
Is that a table?
No, it's still. And I think we'll be fine because this iron is not as hot as my full size also. Okay, so how am I pressing? To the dark
To
side?
the dark side, yeah.
I know everyone's got their thing. I like to hit it with some heat to set that thread. Just fold it over with my fingers and then do a little press. And I'm gentle. I'm not driving my iron like to make it go. What's that?
That's brilliant.
So do you stack these when you cut?
No.
You can
No, I don't, because I'm using these diagonal lines here. So
Are we able to use this?
yeah, cool. So I'll set the ruler up to how I want to trim them. So I thought I got the wrong ruler then for a moment. Okay, so these, I absolutely love these. And you can reposition them, so it's not a one-time use only. So we'll go with a green, so they show up.
Oh, the green matches your outfit.
And it matches my Wicked Witch.
Is that what it is? Oh. She told me she was all prepared with glitter today.
Yeah. So we are trimming to 4-inch squares. You'll see these are slightly bigger. And what I like to do is put on here where I'm going to trim down to. So I don't need to keep going back and
And that's part of why
working out.
Gudrun did those, so that you could set up your ruler for repetitive trimming like that, marking those spots.
Yeah.
Oops. Almost went to the light side. Sorry. See, I can't talk and do this either. At the same time.
So this ruler, you can, this ruler here, you can trim a block to 6.5 inches, right down to a 2.5-inch block. And you can see here that you've got the lines that go diagonally across. And you can see these squares here to follow. So I'll show you how it works with trimming up. So we are doing 4-inch blocks. Just going to place
And I
that down.
didn't sew all of them that your pattern calls for. I just sewed just piled to get me started.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see that on the camera. So we've got lines that are going one way, diagonal lines the other way, and the lines that are going up and down. So the first thing is to get this diagonal line in line with the fabric.
And on top of your block.
Yeah, and on top of the block, yeah. And then again, you just tip the blade in. Just move that then. And I'm trimming up there, and I'm going to the next arrows along. Trim in there. And take those away. Spin that around. You could use your rotating cutting mat. And then this time,
I have it down here if you want it.
oh, I don't use one
Then don't.
because but
I threw a rotary cutter at you today. That's
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, it's good. And then this time I'm using the diagonal line here, which is the black one, and I'm making sure that the lines at the bottom and the top are all in line.
So visually, it throws me a little bit the first few times I do this, because I'm used to using a square ruler where I can go up and across.
Yeah.
So to get used to how you do it with the strabology, and that fly is going to make me nuts today. I'm sorry about that. But clever and fast and fun.
Yeah. And there we go. We have perfect.
And there's no extra tails like these before she trims. I've got the extra tails out there.
Yeah.
And those are gone once you do that trimming, so then it's clean stitching.
So, yeah, and yeah, can you see that's just the points are just lovely there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Cool. Thank you for watching.
It's good to see you again.
And then you just got to do a whole bunch more.
Yeah.
And this is where I turn on Netflix or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you do to pass the time? You have TV on, radio?
I listen to music. Yeah, I listen to music.
So you can't do much in that boat.
No.
Electricity is limited.
Huh?
Sounds fun to live on a boat.
Oh yeah, it's great. Got a little fire there in the little boat, and yeah, so it's nice and cozy and warm in the winter. You see here, I'm just lining up the other diagonal line, but the second cut is a little bit more important to just take a bit of time to get everything in line.
So guys, that is Tracy cutting for one of her quilts. I'm gonna make Rona do some work. Hold on.
Rona's not going to do it.
Rona, hold this up. I'm gonna flip the camera so Rona can show you the real quilt. Hold on. So here is the, if I move my bag, sorry. It is called the Spring Quilt Pattern, as Rona is being Vanna White as we speak. Look at the jumbo rick rack, which is so super cute. Once again, designer Miss Tracy Perks with rope and anchor. She's fabulous, and she's over there working hard for Marie, cutting Marie's blocks out. I think that's fabulous. We all need a, she's like the sous chef of quilting right now.
How can we get her to do our blocks?
I know, seriously. Anyway, super cute. Definitely if you want something quick, fast, down and dirty. If you want it for a beginner project, it's a great way to learn only blocks and half square triangles. Fabulous. So, with that being said, it's Lisa and Rona at the, where are we?
Quilt Market in Houston.
In Houston Quilt Market, the traveling quilter. Of course, we're traveling. Guys, we will talk to you later. This is Lisa and Rona at Serendipitous, where unexpected happiness is found in every stitch. Woo woo! Bye.